Hi guys, you are welcome back to Significant Woman, and so today I want to share with you why you need to continue posting videos on YouTube even if no one is watching. Now, I know that when we become creators, when we say we begin a YouTube channel, we all want to have viewers. We want to make videos and they get at least 1,000 views, and then you also want to get a number of subscribers. That is something that we all desire to achieve when we go online. But one thing that we forget is that when you become or when you go on YouTube, there are so many other benefits that you get regardless of how many views and how many subscribers you get. And that is something that I want to share with you. So I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons as to why you need to continue posting away even if your videos are not getting any views, or even if your channel is not getting a lot of subscribers as you would like. So number 1 is that when you start posting videos on YouTube, your identity changes. Now, most of us are, let me just say it, we are consumers on YouTube. You open YouTube, I don't know how many times a day. Personally, I open YouTube more than any other social media platform, I think. You open YouTube and you are consuming content. That is what most of us are doing. And that is your identity. You are just a consumer online on YouTube. But when you start posting videos, that automatically changes your identity from a consumer to a creator. And let me tell you something, that does a lot to your mental health, more than you can ever imagine, because immediately your perspective changes and your attitude changes. And let's not even talk about your identity. Like I've said, when you're a consumer and you're going on YouTube, you just go there. I see it with myself. I would just open YouTube and I'm just, scrolling through shorts and watching videos. Sometimes they're not even adding any value to me. They are just entertaining me, maybe, and I'm just passing time. But right now, because I am creating, I find that I'm not going to just consume any content. And even if I'm doing that, I'm usually I'm consuming content with a different perspective. I'm using different lenses this time, because the other time it would be just to pass time, maybe to get some knowledge. But right now, when I'm watching videos, even if it's comedy, I'm looking at, okay, what can I learn from this person? Which angle are they using to shoot their content? How are they speaking? How is their background? I'm literally looking at this person and saying, okay, what can I learn from this creator? And even if they are not really talking about what I talk about, there is always something I'm learning from every video I am watching. And and I find that right now, even if I go on YouTube, I'm not just going to watch videos I want to say I find that I'm watching videos that are going to help me become a better content creator. So I could say I become a consumer with a purpose. The other time, I'm just consuming content and probably for my own good, maybe I'm learning 1 or 2 things. But right now, I'm more focused in that every video I'm watching, I'm gaining something, and I'm very intentional of what can I learn from this as a creator. Whatever I'm watching about, even if it's like, how do I take care of my hair, I'm not just looking at, okay, I'm gaining that. No, I'm looking at, okay, how can I learn? What can I learn from this creator? So that is something that really changes your attitude. It changes your perspective, but then also your identity changes. And there is also that sense of belonging. Right now, when I log onto YouTube, I know that, I have a community on this platform. It feels like home. If YouTube was like a room, I'm like, I have a space. I have a seat on this platform, I am a partner with YouTube. YouTube knows me. YouTube recognizes me. They are making money off my my content, you know. So you feel like this is a space I belong to, rather than when you're just a consumer and you're coming in and it's like, yeah, no. But this time you feel like this, I belong here. And even when I'm logging on, I'm going on YouTube, the first thing I'll go to is my channel, check out analytics. You know, there is that whole sense of purpose, and then a sense of belonging. It gives you an identity that, unless you're a content creator, you might not actually comprehend. But that is my encouragement to you, that regardless of what views you're getting, even if no one watches your videos, please just continue posting for the sake of your identity changing. From just being a consumer to having a place, to having a home, to having a seat on this platform called YouTube. But then the other thing is that you will be building a digital legacy. I want you to look at YouTube as a digital journal, just like most of us write, and we go back and we'll read our journals from I don't know how many years ago. That is how you should be looking at YouTube. Now imagine if you can just store your memories, your thoughts, your beliefs, your values on this platform, and 10 years from today, you're able to revisit and see how much you've grown. The things that you used to believe in those days, like now, but when you're like, it's 2050, you're able to go back and be like, wait a minute, look at the things that I used to believe in. But then you also appreciate the fact that you have grown. So just like we have galleries on our phones, I believe we have photos, videos from several years ago. When you're looking at those photos, every photo has a story that you actually relive. Every video has a story that you literally relive in that moment. And that is what YouTube is. It is going to store your information, your memories, your mind for years to come, that you're able to go back and see how much has changed about you. But not just for yourself, but generations to come. Imagine if your grandchildren or great-great-grandchildren, you will be an ancestor by then. But imagine if children that are going to come from you can relate with you, even when you've gone. Even when you're alive and you're old, you will be a cool grandma, a cool grandpa, where you tell these guys, you know what, guys, just look at the things I used to believe in when I was your age, you know. Or they can literally go back and watch and see who you were, what you believed in, the things that you used to say. And trust me, they will learn from all that. Right now, your mind is full of so many things. And yes, you can put them on paper, but paper can literally get destroyed, you know. You can put them on paper, but you're able to just talk and put your mind on this video and upload it somewhere on YouTube. And years from now, people are able to get it exactly how you had it then. So for me, I look at all these videos. Right now, I have created over 120 videos, I think. They are going to remain here, not just for myself to revisit and see many years from today, but for the people who are going to come after me, those who are closest to me, but then also for so many other people who are going to log on online and maybe land on a video, and who knows how much impact it is going to have in their lives. So friends, just as we want to build legacies, you know, many people have written books, and up to now we are still reading them. How about you create your own digital legacy that is going to impact lives, so many lives, in many years to come? But then the other thing is that when you begin creating videos, even if no one watches, when you begin creating content and putting it on YouTube, friends, you're going to grow. You being a content creator, even if you're having just one view, is going to lead to your personal development in ways you cannot imagine, in ways that you will not have planned for. Now, the first thing that you need to understand is that when you are a creator, you want to have impact on people's lives, right? So you're not going to just come, and even if you're talking about anything, let's say how to take care of hair, how to do makeup, you're going to invest, you're going to research so that you know, okay, so that you add some value, so that you give people facts and not just things that are not coordinated. So you're going to invest a lot in learning your niche, or I could say your business, and you're going to invest a lot of time in research so that you understand. And when you come to speak, you give people something. You get it? So that alone helps you. It increases your knowledge of the things that you know. I can give an example of my sister. When she started poultry farming, there are things that she knew, but because she knew she had to show up online and teach people about poultry farming, she had to invest a lot of time and do a lot of research just to make a video. And right now, she is a poultry farming consultant. I'm not lying, guys. People are hiring her. People are calling her to her farms. She has traveled around the country to go and teach poultry farming. But how did it all begin? It's because of the much time she has invested in her research to make her videos. That is personal growth. Even if no one watches your videos, trust me, you will be growing because of the research and the knowledge that you are getting. But then not just about that. You will have to learn about, okay, what does it take to make a good video? So you will be learning video production, even if it's not like you're a big guy, like those who have really studied, but you will have basics of video production. There are so many other skills like editing. I didn't know how to edit videos, guys, when I began. My sister used to help me. But then right now I edit my videos, and every day, I'm not lying, every time I'm editing my video, I learn one or two new things. It is interesting. Like, I've been editing for a whole year and I didn't know this thing. You will keep on learning and developing your art, improving your craft. And there are so many other skills that you're going to learn as a result of creating content and posting online. And this has nothing to do with views or how many subscribers you have. Let's talk about technical skills, like how to make a thumbnail, how to come up with good titles, how YouTube works, how algorithms work, how to be a good content creator. Like, there are so many skills that you will get. But then marketing, let's talk about teaching. Let's talk about just you being good in communication skills, both oral and video, because orally you're going to learn about storytelling, you're going to learn about how to write a script, you're going to learn, how to use ChatGPT. You know, there are so many things that you're going to learn in communication, and orally you will be improving your skill. But then also video, like most of us actually get scared to show up on like in front of a camera. Somehow you're a good communicator, you know how to speak, but the moment you see a camera, somehow words vanish. You don't know what to say, you don't know how to say it, you start freezing, like your mouth can't open and let words out. But guys, the more you record yourself, the more you improve how to communicate just in front of a camera. And that is a skill that many people would trade anything for, So there are so many things that you're going to learn from being a content creator, from just doing videos. And it has nothing to do with views. But then also, let's talk about building connections. Meaningful connections. I have realized that me just being online, I've developed many relationships that I would never have developed. Many people have reached out to me. Probably they saw my video and they've reached out to me to say, hey Edith, how can you help me? Or I'm being blessed by your videos. And I'm like, wait, this person actually watched my video? And if I'm to go back to my sister, like I've said, she started her YouTube in 2023. I think I talk about her so much, but she's one of the success stories that I've seen like vividly, and I've been involved in her journey for a long time, like her journey of being a YouTuber. I've been involved and I know what it took her to be where she is right now. Now I'll talk about her again. I've talked about the fact that many people within Uganda have reached out to her. She has gone to many farms. I think the farthest she has gone to is Gulu. She has gone there and she's spent days where the whole journey was fully funded. Actually, I'll tag one of her videos in my description and you watch and you get what I'm talking about. Now, many other farmers have reached out to her and she has gone to their farms and she has taught them. Some she is still working with them. But even people outside the country, from the US, from UK, have reached out to her. Now guys, I know my sister. I'm very certain that if it was not for YouTube, she wouldn't have connected with these people. But because she showed up online and just faithfully created content, she has been able to create meaningful relationships with people within the country and outside the country. Some she has visited, some she has connected with physically, but some she is just talking with them online. But that is all because of YouTube. Now guys, I know that many of us, when you look at YouTube, you're just looking at the views. You're not considering the so many other benefits that come with YouTube. Because like my sister, she is traveling and becoming a consultant in how to do poultry farming. That is as a result of YouTube. She does videos, but she is also getting so many other things as a result. YouTube is going to help you create connections beyond just your video. It literally projects you and your thoughts and your personality online. And many people are going to be attracted to that. And you cannot imagine what you will gain from some of the connections that you are going to make online. You might make one video, just out of one video, it might connect you to your destiny changer. So if you need a reason as to why you should continue creating content, please consider this one, because you do not know how many people you will connect with as a result of you showing up on YouTube. But then also the last thing that I want to talk about is the impact that you're going to make. You know, I used to look at my videos. I look at the views that I get, 20 views, 30 views, and I would get discouraged. And then when I'm just there being discouraged, someone sends me a message. Guys, I wish I could show you some of the messages I've received. And someone is telling you, I'm being blessed by the videos you're making. And I'm like, really? And then for some people, it was just me showing up online. And they're like, Edith, you whom we know who is quiet and all, you're showing up online, I will also show up. I can tell you there are so many people that I know have created YouTube channels because they saw me start, they saw me begin, and that inspired them. So the influence that you're going to have by just you showing up online, you cannot actually measure it. Some cannot be quantified. Some you cannot put numbers to it. But many people are going to be blessed by you just showing up online, especially if you're doing things that add value, not just you going there and you're twerking and that. No, you showing up and you're adding value to people's lives. That is going to inspire so many people. And I don't want to talk about your videos, the things that you're sharing, how much impact they are going to have on the world online. I don't want to talk about that because I think I've talked about it like several times. So the impact of you showing up is immense, more than you can actually measure, and the analytics do not actually capture that. So guys, I know that many times you're wondering, why should I continue creating content? I hope that this video really inspires you. Now, a few days ago, I made 1 year online, and I want to share with you my story of how I began and what has really inspired me to continue creating, even if I haven't gone viral yet. I haven't really had that moment to become like a recognized YouTuber. But I want to share with you my story, and I hope that it is going to encourage you. But I want to tell you one thing, please. Continue creating content, because you don't know how much value you're adding to yourself, but then also to the world out there. And before I conclude, I would love you to share with me in the comment section at least one thing that has stood out for you from the things that I have shared. And if you don't mind, please, you let me know where you're watching from. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Edith. And if you are new here, please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so that you do not miss out any upload. But then also don't forget to like this video and then also share it with someone out there. Thank you so much again, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye bye.